fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. Let's fucking go. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. 24/7 researching, it's all a fantasy. But if I make the right phase, it pays automatic. Bankroll showing that I know it dope strategy. On a winning streak, I'm stacking a dose of the bookies all get mad at me. Confident with how it plays, not clicking on a flex today. All I see is green and we all about to get paid. Arrogant Josh on the stream, they be killing it. Never gonna stop it, I like if you feel it. Thinking the players, they all never time you can't make up your mind and just go with your gut. Looked around, we found a glitch, no toast allowed, just supposed to live. Sophia's fine, sat to his stick, and Caitlin Clark just doesn't miss. Win, lose or draw, we never quit. When we shoot the ball, is another switch. Submit the link, it'll make you rich, and we going big, don't be a bitch. Let's fucking go, we about to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. Let's fucking go. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. We about to go big. We about to go big. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks.
What up, bro? What up? We're back. What's happening?
We are back. Yo. What's up? What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Just Cash. We are coming at you with a little Sunday special, talking about some of our women's Olympic basketball. And as always, joined by Underrated. What's going on, man? How are you?
Tired as fuck, but hey, chilling, man. I mean, we're still doing this. Got a little time off for the actual normal WNBA, but now we got some Olympic stuff going on, and it's actually been pretty fun. So I can't complain. You like your little blue, red, white, and blue underneath you?
Oh, yeah, that's fire. Yeah, I like that.
The Olympic kid right there?
That's right. We got to represent the home court here.
Oh, yeah. U.S. gonna whoop ass. You might as well get in your future bets now. Minus 6,500.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's so funny to see our the ladies absolutely performing. I mean, they're coming out and just crushing the competition, which I mean, really to be expected. But the men's though, starting the games off a little bit on the old rusty side there. But pretty easy work. LeBron and KD were perfect from the field to really carry that first half for them. So it's good to see KD back. I know he didn't start, which kind of surprised a lot of people, but I don't know. Are we more surprised about that or the fact that Tatum didn't play any minutes?
That was weird, huh? And he was sitting on the bench looking sad as could be. That was, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was about. They probably must have told him he wasn't playing for whatever reason. Who knows? I don't know. They couldn't have just decided. That's Tatum. They just won the Celtics. I mean, come on. I don't know, man. But yeah. I doubt it was something like, oh, you suck, you have to stay on the bench. That doesn't make sense.
No. Honestly, and it's something that I'm thinking that we'll also see with the women's side of things too. These USA coaches in particular, they're notorious for just like randomly benching and changing the lineup. So, we'll take Asia for example. I remember in like the World Cup and some of the qualifying games back in like 2022. She didn't start a couple games like just randomly because they were like resting players, and there's gonna be some obvious like beat down matchups that they really don't need them to be out there. So while it is a bummer, also he's like I mean technically with Boston, they are the team that's had the least amount. Go sit down. They've had the least amount of rest between their postseason actual NBA till now. So I doubt it's any kind of like a spite. Listen down, baby. I doubt it's any kind of a spite or something like that. Coach is probably running some like different rotation.
Yeah, that's Tatum. I can't never see Tatum getting anyone angry at him. He's too nice. He's too cool. But man, yeah, when KD came in, first 8 buckets. I think it was 8 for 8 to start it off.
Yeah.
Crazy. And they gave us all those second half plays. Man, that was fucking dope.
Yeah. And if here, before we get into it, if you guys could do us a huge favor, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. That way you don't miss out whenever we do go live, or have off-hour streams like this. For example, right now, obviously the schedule very, very up in the air from its usual, normal times that we've had. As you can see, the start times for these games, 2 of them are extremely early, and then the other 2 are early and in the afternoon. So it's kind of the reason why we took this last week off. And also, I know a lot of people were itching to bet, but it was the preliminaries and stuff that really doesn't quite matter as much for some of these games. So now that we got a little bit of data under the belts with that, it's going to make this a little bit easier for us. But one of the best things that we've had is the live betting. It's made us so much money. So if you want to make sure to get a part of that, the link's down below. We're still running a 7-day free trial for that in our Discord through the Patreon. So make sure you guys sign up and don't miss out on that. And oh man, what a weekend we've had. Just absolutely tearing it up from a nice handful, a great portion of the pre-flop bets that we've had. But the live betting has just been absolutely wonderful. So make sure you guys don't miss out on that.
Yeah, they're giving away money on the live bets, man. Like, I've just been pop, just play after play after play. It's just there's value everywhere. Remember that they gave us Jamal Murray second half and he wasn't even playing. And then we knew he was coming off the bench. He got, 7 minutes in the first half, and they just left his 7.5 points up there? That was just...
Yeah.
What?
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Totally free, sweat-free under. And there's been a couple of obvious plays. Like today, Embiid second half under was as free can be. He's looks gas, and it's a tough matchup for him. So pretty easy call there. And I love that so far. At least Underdog and for the most part, PrizePicks too. They've been able to give us the second half stuff to bet on. So hey, if they're going to do that, we're going to keep attacking it and hopefully coming out ahead like we have been.
Speaking of Underdog, I'm writing them something right now about counting Arella at 0 points for the second half. No. Fuck that. She didn't play. Give us our money back.
Yeah, that was a mess of a situation. So, oh man. But yeah, so we got 4 games tomorrow. It's going to be a pretty fun slate. Do keep in mind, again, the start times are going to be quite early. Now, for some of these games and some of these teams, they don't even have lines up for, so we are going to be somewhat guessing, but the sites are being bold and giving us lines right now, so we're at least going to look at it. I'm going to tell you straight up right now, USA is going to be my least favorite team to bet on outside of, their team totals or money lines or something like that, or spread for that matter, not really the money line, but their individual props are always just out of this world, and it's such a guessing game. It's too much talent on our team. Way too much.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be silly. Even if the teams start out didn't the U.S. men start out down today? It looked funny, but no, there's no doubt.
Yeah. We were laughing about it early on, and they were down there for a little bit, which was kind of funny. But there's just so much talent. Just so much raw talent, and it's going to be one of those things where we see, one player go out there and he's going to do absolutely nothing. And then there's going to be just a random person who's just going to get there, find their little spot. With Drew Holiday, for example, dude was scoreless in the first half and then dropped double digits in the second half, just absolutely went off.
I know. That pissed me off, actually. That was actually the only one on the 4-pick, 5-pick, another 5-pick. That was the only thing that missed. But as Coach would say, flex life, baby. When you do 4s and 5s, fuck it, flex them. There's always that one that gets you.
Yeah, there's always that one.
That one drew. Oh, well.
I guess let's get caught up on a few comments and questions here, and then we'll talk about the money line total and spreads.
Okay.
If any of the game prop stuff, we'll kind of hold those questions and after we get to this.
Sounds good. Well, hey, Ian's here. Fucking
Yeah,
Ian's
what's up, dude?
here. First, we have no youngin today, so Ian got an easy win today. And then Eric's here. Eric said, fuck second, fuck first, fuck third. Eric's pissed. I don't know why Eric's pissed. He has your name, but he's pissed. I don't know. Chris says, I don't know, yeah. Let's get this bread, Chris says. First to light some gas. Thank you, sir. I am about to light this gas because I need it. I have been taking hour naps between these damn games. 4 a.m., go to sleep, wake up, next game, go to sleep, next game, go to sleep, hour, and I am dying. This weed is going to help me. I appreciate you. Damien says Lauren Jackson under 9.5 on Underdog. That's interesting. There you go. Lauren Jackson under. And I'll light this up while you look at that.
Yeah, so honestly, Australia, I'm going to be kind of hesitant and waiting on betting for this team. Just we need to see if Lauren Jackson is going to be, in fact, coming off the bench, or is she going to start? She has not played with this team where she has started, so I'm honestly not sure. They do have Ezi Magbegor and Alana Smith, which are both phenomenal players and obvious starters, so I'm not sure, to be totally honest. So a couple interesting kind of line movements with her. She did open at 11.5 or 11. It was either 11 or 11.5 on Underdog originally. She was at 10.5 on PrizePicks, and she was obviously bumped down on Underdog, but PrizePicks actually just took her down outright. So I was looking at her earlier. Here, let's look at, see, because DK doesn't even have a line for her right now. But FanDuel, they did post her back up. She didn't have a line earlier, but they added her. She said 9.5, pretty heavy juice on the over. I really have no idea. Like, I'll be totally honest. She's played low minutes in the in some of the friendlies and preliminaries so far, so it's really kind of a sketchy read. I think she's more than a capable player, and it's a really low line for her. But let's see, the matchup is, so this is a massive spread, like massive 24-point spread. So Australia is the obvious heavy favorites here. A bit of risk. I would definitely say they could not play her at all. She could, run out there. Maybe she plays 10 minutes. Maybe she plays like 8 minutes. The minutes, total question mark, though. Total question mark.
So that's, those kind of plays, right, where if they're really going to give us second half, the best way is just see what they do in the first half and go off of that for the second half. Because if she doesn't start, you would assume she does, though, right? Don't you have Lauren Jackson history a little bit?
Yes, but again, in some of these games that some of these preliminary games, like I mentioned, she hasn't started, so I don't know.
It's weird. How do they know? How they be? Oh, 9.5. Okay, how about that?
Right. So this was way back when on 7-3. So way earlier this month. I think she. Let's see.
What site is that?
This one is called Flash Score.
Oh, that's Flash.
So
okay.
Yeah, this one, for me personally, it keeps up with a lot of like historic stuff for them. You can see like it goes way back, but this is better for, I think, individual search up for like history stuff for individual players. Like if you know what player you're looking for, you can go here. See, she did start in this one, and she played a pretty hefty amount of minutes in this particular game. Well, by her standards, 21 minutes. But this was before. This was before both the other bigs were available in Ezi and in Alana Smith. So with that in mind, so this was on 7/22. So this was earlier, or about a week ago. It
was all good just a week ago.
You can see here, she did not start. They had Alana Smith and Ezi, and a very interesting guard crew too. I will say Jade and Sammy playing together with Amy. Three different ball handlers. This is a really interesting squad. But here again, Lauren Jackson, she came off the bench, so I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, yes, I would think that they're going to start her, but I mean, who do you bench here? Is it going to be Alana Smith?
Hell no.
Is Alana? Yeah,
They
I
gotta
don't
start.
know, man. So that's just kind of, oh my goodness, my nose. Sorry. This kind of is giving me a little bit of pause because they did make the lineup switch this last game, and we could see it again. You know, and again, her minutes. This is a big old dip from what she played the last time. They got the win. You know, it was kind of a competitive game, but I don't know. I really don't know. And her field goal volume too. You know, it was decent. Don't get me wrong, but only 6 field goal attempts. That's still pretty low. You know, you need her to be super efficient. But I will say, I like the field goal volume per minutes though. If she's getting closer to 20 minutes, she's gonna kill that point line for sure. But we don't know.
Yep. It's all a guessing game. Are you okay over there?
Yeah, something my nose is itching like crazy for some reason. Sorry, I'm tripping out over here. But yeah, it looks like honestly Underdog is still going out on a limb, leaving her on the board. But again, we really don't know. It's an interesting low-hanging fruit.
Okay. He goes on to say Ezi over 6.5 rebounds on PrizePicks and Underdog. What do you think about Ezi's rebounds?
Yeah, I think she actually had some juice on the under. Well, it's gone back the other way a little bit. So she was minus 30 for the under, and then minus 110 for the over. I mean, it makes sense, but man, you talk about a rebound-hungry team. I mean, this team has got so many. Let me go back to the game log. This team's just got so many rebounders. It's crazy. I mean, you have obviously Alana Smith, Ezi. I mean, these two are just a rebound machine. So Ezi, I mean, as long as she can keep her hands to herself. So one thing that Ezi kind of traditionally has struggled with in the European style league. So in case you guys didn't know, we'll just random in-house notes. 1, there is only 5 fouls in this league and you foul out. And 2, the free throws from passes, those count towards the assists. If you didn't know that, now you do. But Ezi, she struggles with staying in foul trouble. She's one who is notorious for picking up too early fouls. I mean, thankfully this game she didn't. There wasn't really like any front court presence for her to go against besides Meg. We just need the minutes from her. You know, if Lauren's coming in off the bench though, that's going to be a concern because that did cut into Ezi's minutes there. So something to keep in mind. I will say, if Jackson is starting and Ezi is starting, yes, I like that for the rebound upside. If Jackson is coming off the bench, there's a big question mark there.
Lots of questions everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm interested to see how Ezi plays in these games. It'll be fun because she's so weird. Sometimes she just takes over and other times she disappears.
Yeah. And for her, so for Ezi, you know, I think that there's decent scoring upside for her. I mean, you can see this last game, like she had 12 field goal attempts. And I mean, the points were kind of sucky, but she just didn't make her shots.
Points were sucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little sucky, you know.
Pause.
4 for 12, that's kind of bad. No, super pause.
They were sucky.
But I mean, hey, you know, her and Sammy did lead the team in field goal attempts, so that is something to keep in mind.
She's such a weird person to bet on.
Yeah.
You never know with her, man. Damn. I'm interested to see the second half. So this first game's at 2 a.m. for me in California,
so
3 a.m. for you. So I'm sure you're setting your alarm and getting up at 3, huh? For this one?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna be awake
No,
until
no.
3? No, you're not gonna be there with me. Okay, see how you are.
I might stay up and sweat this one since we have most of the Monday off after this. We do have men's portion picking back up on Tuesday, so there's a day off from that tomorrow at least.
And they already put up the men's props, right? Some of them. That's cool. That'll be interesting
Yeah.
too. I think there's a lot of ways we can still make money on this. Like the last few days, the live betting's been easier than WNBA live betting.
Oh yeah, see, it's so easy. I mean, and there's been some plays that do burn us. Somebody drains like 2 threes in the second half or something like that. But for the most part, there's been some obvious plays like this dude ain't gonna, this person ain't gonna get this.
Yeah, that last game they only gave us 4 options, so it was obviously a little more difficult. And we barely played, and we still got to get that Arella money back. But I mean, it's still fun. Like I like it actually. 2 a.m. though tonight. That's Asian baseball style.
Yeah. Lastly, here with Ezi, just to kind of show you real fast, this time last year, or earlier last year, whenever they were doing these other Olympic style games, you can see, I mean, she still even played some pretty heavy minutes here and still only had 7 3-and-3 rebounds. So
Yeah.
for her, the rebounding is really weird on this team. Like, I mean, no joke, all of the starting 5, including the guards, these are all rebound hungry players. So it's kind of a pain in the ass, honestly, because you can't really rely on any of these players. And especially after this last game, it looks really good that she had 10, but then she followed it up with this dud having 5, and she actually played another minute on top of that. So just something to keep an eye out for.
The other shitty part is, now that I think about it, the 2 a.m. games don't have the second half, or they haven't the last 2 nights. Shit's weak.
Yeah, and that's been kind of also why I'm like, I don't know if I want to stay up for that.
Yeah, no. If they don't have second half, no reason to. So after that game, then when's the next game? You know the schedule?
Yeah, it's 2.5 hours after the first game.
Oh, geez. So it's 5:30 a.m. for you and 4:30 for me? Wow.
Yeah. That is a thing, unfortunately.
So that next game is probably going to be the first second half game they give us. France, Canada. Seems like they're giving us the morning games. They're giving us the second half. Okay.
Yeah. And also, some of these games have had a pretty high spread, so I would say maybe even we could get second half in the Belgium-Germany game, because there is a lot of name stars on both sides of that. So we could actually get something for this. I might wake up early for this one, actually, now that I'm looking at that. But
wake up early? That's 5:30, bro. You waking up at 5:30?
Maybe. I mean, I might get up at like 4:45 or something like that and just try and see what's up here for this. But
I've been just waking up like right when it starts and looking and seeing if second half. If there's none, I just roll over and go back to sleep. If there is, I go, ooh, let's go.
Yeah. So I mean, shoot, maybe I'll do that and just.
I'm gonna do it. I'll do it with you. Fuck that. Pause. Wait.
Pause.
Yeah.
But really, at 4:30 in the morning, I will set the alarm and we'll see. We'll see if we can get something out of there. If they give us second half, we're gonna get something for sure.
Yeah. No, I'm down for that. And then I think for sure we should get something here from the France-Canada game. Canada is totally loaded up with a bunch of WNBA players, and France also has a couple of notable stars on there. So
Gabby!
Yeah, good old Gabby.
Kevin Thomas is here. What up, bro? Team No Sleep. That's damn right. He's been up with us half the time. Like, what the fuck? What you got? What we got? Man, we've been making money, though. It's worth it. It's fun. Damien says, Ezi points on PrizePicks 12.5 and Underdog's 11.5. Yeah, Ezi had that discount. I think she started at 12 on PrizePicks. Now I guess she bumped up. Underdog's still at 11.5. Speaking of, did you see Karlik's points? I don't know if you went to sleep, but his points went all the way up to 19.5 yesterday. And we got it at 17.5, but I don't know how it jumped up like that. And it's stuck on PrizePicks at 17.5 still. Everywhere else was 19.5. It was weird. Anyway,
there's and a lot of it's going back to there's just been no real lines or steady, consistent lines between the books. Like these betting websites like PrizePicks and Underdog, they we're kind of going through a dry spell right now, so they're having to kind of proactively go ahead and put out their lines. I mean, somewhat guessing and basically taking shots in the dark on it. So some of it has been, pretty spot on, and some of it's just been wildly different. I mean, there's been some lines that have dropped on the books where you see it still on the website, and it's like, what? Somebody's wrong. Like, somebody's definitely wrong.
You see Fliff had them too now? Fliff has props too. That's where
Nice.
That's where I first noticed it. I looked at Carlick. I said, oh, damn, they have props. Oh, Carlick was 19.5. And then I went around and looked. I was like, actually, he's 19.5 everywhere. So that was a nice little 17.5 bonus. Yeah, so shit's been fun. Even though we don't have WNBA, it'll be back, but shit's still been fun off and on.
Still making some money. That's all that's all we came here to do. We're learning too, but some of the plays, and then definitely the live betting. Again, make sure you guys check it out. Links down below. Hop in for that 7-day free trial. Yeah,
we're making money in the Discord no matter what. The thing is too, we got to learn patience as well, and when not to bet, and that'll help us along the way. This is a great time to learn some of that. Ian says, even if Youngin didn't have obligations, I still would have beat him. The rivalry continues. Youngin's going to be pissed tonight when he comes back in the Discord and sees that Ian has the crown today. He's going to be pissed. Damien's also, I see this Damien843. I don't know who you are. You must be in the Discord because we've been talking about a lot of these plays. Bridget Carleton.
I hope so.
Yeah, Bridget Carleton over 13.5. Bridget Carleton, she was balling in WNBA before this break. What do you think about her in these Olympic Games?
Yeah, so I mean, I definitely like Bridget because she's always one of those players who she plays a ton of minutes. She, she's got the most infectious smile ever. I swear.
Here we go.
she really does. She's just one of those fun players that goes out and hustles. So the thing with her though, and again with this team, is Canada is stacked. I mean, maybe not by WNBA standards, quite stacked, but this is arguably one of the best teams in the league outside of the USA. We'll just kind of use that also for a future frame of reference. USA clear-cut number one, like no debate about that on both sides of men's, women's, whatever. But beyond that, I think both of these two teams actually right here, both Australia and Canada, very, very strong, very solid contenders here for this particular Olympics. So with that in mind, I mean, you look at Canada's roster here, and they have, again, this team is pretty stacked. I mean, they have Natalie. I mean, like I said, she wasn't that big in the WNBA, but I mean, over here, totally different player. I mean, putting up 15 points, 6 boards, playing 20 minutes, very solid. Amire, she is on Atlanta. Another name player in the league currently. We have Aaliyah Edwards, who is now with this team, which is super scary because she's a phenomenal rookie in the league right here. Kia Nurse, another player. And then obviously, Bridget Carleton. And is this Shay Colley? Yeah, Shay. She's another, longtime player. Really solid, just well-rounded team through and through. So it's kind of hard to predict the scoring. Now, I will say with Bridget, she is a phenomenal three-point shooter. So if she is, her 3 points landing, then she'll do a little bit less. But one thing with her, and she's kind of also evolved with the Minnesota Lynx organization and having her time with them, is her RA. This is something I kind of want to take notice of here too. Maybe the shooting volumes is just naturally coming down because of this right here. She's been facilitating a lot more. We know that she's a rebounder. I think the rebounding is always going to be there for her. But one thing that I've really liked to see with her is the facilitating. Averaging a lot of assists over these last couple of games. Again, different teams here, but same concept. I mean, they run a lot of the offense through her and the minutes. But as far as the points go, I think you could probably hold up on that for a little bit here, and she'll probably actually bump back down more than likely to 13. But we could see these sites even open her up wildly wrong, and she's one of those players that could take a hard dip in her points. So I wouldn't even be surprised if she bumps all the way down to like 12 flat, to be honest. There's nothing in the recent game logs from the current preliminaries, and here I'll scroll back to her last time with this team. So she had a couple games here. Obviously Japan was a super cake matchup. Canada actually kind of sucked a little bit worse last year. They had a couple players that were out and missing, but Hungary was super cake matchup. They were bottom of the league. Japan, same thing, bottom of the league. But against Spain, who's an actual team, she put up a super dud here. Still played massive minutes. So minutes are always going to be a thing for her, but shooting volume, shooting efficiency, very sketchy.
Sounds like a Passarello.
Look for her if we do get it. She's one of the second half players I would keep an eye out for potential over.
Second half, love it. Sean's here. Hey, Sean, what's up, buddy? We didn't know if you were going to make it.
Yo.
He said, hey, E, I heard that Johnny Bookie is running 3 Honda Civics with spoon engines. And on top of that, he just came into Harry's and he ordered 3 T66 turbos with NOS. NOS? And a Motec system exhaust. What does that tell you?
Wait, I was about to say, is this like movie trivia or are these just facts?
No, I won't go all the way through into that, but I think it is. I don't know. He didn't tell me. He just threw that up there. I don't know. I would guess it is, though. Any idea?
Well, there's only 2 movie guesses I would have, and it would either be one of the Fast and the Furious or Gone in 60 Seconds, but I am not sure.
Knowing Sean, I bet it is one of the Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
I'll just give it to you. Just for the try. G-Man's here. What up, bro? What up, fellas? Hope everyone's having a blessed Sunday. What up, man?
Absolutely. Hopefully you were able to catch some of those slips. We caught some fire early this morning, especially the overnight plays. I know Tremont Waters did burn us. That was very frustrating. He had a career high. Hey, if these guys are going to do it, it better be off of a career high of this and this. So, but yeah, other than that, it's been a good day, man. I've had a really good Sunday so far. Hopefully you guys have too.
Yeah. Eric is here. Another Eric. Oh, same Eric as earlier, but another Eric as far as another Eric. And you. He said, what's funny is I'm a redhead too. Kind of look like Eric. Hey, couple Erics, couple coaches. We got everything. We got everybody around. Damien says she 43. Oh, who's 43? Who was the first person? Who's the old lady? Lauren Jackson? Maybe?
Oh, yeah. Miss Jackson.
Miss Jackson 43. Dang. G-Man says, we still like Kayla Alexander rebounds at 7.5 or 8 if you're playing on PrizePicks.
Honestly, I think it's still a pretty solid play. So I would like to confirm the starting lineup because they did make a little bit of a switch this last game with Aaliyah Edwards. So I'm hoping Edwards is coming off the bench again, but maybe they could switch it up and put her in the starting 5. Alexander, man, she is something special though, I will say. Let me bring up this last game. So she's been pretty chill in some of these preliminary games so far. I also like her 11 points. I think she might be 11.5 on the books with a little bit of juice on the under, but she's actually one of their scorers too. But she's been really passive on the glass here so far in the 2 prelims that we've had. Really, this one game was competitive. The other one was not at all. She played way less minutes. But so she's one of the players that she plays a ton of minutes, like massive amount of minutes. And if you go back to last year with how they ran her on the team, you can see. So it's 40-minute games. Do keep that in mind in this league. 10-minute games, 10-minute quarters, 40 minutes. So she plays, huge minutes. But this should be closer to what we see from her from the rebounding. She was a walking double-double in all of these international games.
I remember that.
Yeah,
she was killing it for us.
Yeah, and again, it's the minutes here. So this one game back in 23, she only played 13 minutes. Obviously, she came up short, but over 20 minutes here. she's 14, 10 rebounds, and I think that they have her lines like wrong. I want to say she was at so she's still at 9.5. At minus 136. Like, this is a huge difference. So
what is she on Underdog? 7.5, you said? D-Man said 7?
Yeah, 7.5, which that is insane.
Oh, that is crazy. Is it still there? Oh wow. Oh, 0.85.
Yeah.
That's why. But still.
Yeah. We did get it last night, again in the Discord. We had it at 0.9, so a little bit better of that. But yeah, I mean, man, I think somebody's definitely wrong. She should be at least at 8, so the 8 on PrizePicks kind of makes a little bit more sense. But I would not be surprised if she has 10 rebounds. I mean, she put up 14 against them last year, so just keep that in mind.
I wish they weren't so stingy with the PR and the PA and stuff. They're all single props like that. It's tough. Like that Gabby. I see Gabby hiding under there at the bottom. The Gabby's PRA would be a fun one to take, but not there. Can't do it.
Yeah, they're being a bit more selective with it. So, and also you guys be a bit more selective with it. If you're not feeling a prop because it's a singleton like that, then, just don't play it. I will say I'm not super high on this, but I think it's a great value play, especially for what they have it listed on the books at. I mean, this is listed 2 points lower, so we're getting a full 1.5 discount.
Pistol in the Discord says, what app is that you're looking at on stream for those lines and odds? I think he means the DraftKings, or is that FanDuel? That was FanDuel, huh?
Yeah. DraftKings does not have the individual player props up for some of these games. I'm not sure for what reason, but at least here on FanDuel, I mean, they have it for. They do not have the Nigeria side of things here for the first game, and I don't think they have anything for the Belgium game. Ooh, they did add them. Okay, let's go. Okay, cool. So, yeah, FanDuel, I would say personally, is probably going to be the first place that I would check because they're going to update their stuff first. But if you're going to go based off of what is PrizePicks going to do, then you want to check out DraftKings because they base their odds, their line movement and stuff off of this.
Makes sense. Okay, cool. Damien says, you're right, she is a foul risk. That must have been Ezi? Ezi?
Yeah. And that comes with, the defensive upside that she has. She's a block machine. There's no doubt about that. But if you guys have watched these first round or even the first round of games that happened, yesterday or whatever, the refs, they were blowing the whistle like crazy. The bigs are getting into massive foul trouble right now. So for me, I'm a little hesitant on some of them as far as the ones that can't keep the hands to themselves. I'm going to go with a little bit of caution for this first game.
Yeah, you have to. And then he says she only disappears because Seattle's so deep. That's what I was saying. She disappears sometimes. Yeah, it makes sense. Weren't the stats kind of weird in the you were showing her stats from the earlier games, even just any international games, she was still kind of all over the place, right?
Yeah, and unfortunately, same thing with Seattle, same thing here. This team for Australia, they are stacked. I mean, they are not only they're loaded at the 4 and the 5, all the big positions, but just in general, I mean, Australia's just been one of those notorious teams that have competitors. So she, if she's being active, for her, it's going to be all about the offensive putbacks and how many times can she get to the free throw line. If she's not doing any of that, then she's probably out there playing defense. And in that case, I mean, she will be snagging boards a little bit more often than maybe what she normally might. But there's just so many mouths to feed on this team, and she gets so passive sometimes where she's just like, "Yep, you can have it."
He also says Jordan Holston getting a lot of minutes. I'm thinking Horston?
Who's that?
I don't know. He said Holston, but I think he meant Horston. Maybe talking back with Seattle.
Oh yeah.
Just kind of going back to that she's playing a lot. My bad on that. Cam Thomas says, bingo, thank you. Nice doing business with you. What up, bro? We need to see you in the Discord a little more. Saw you poked in a little bit yesterday, but this morning we've been winning, man. We need your energy, bro. Come on back. Come on through. Damien says, no, I got a Discord. Y'all got a Discord. Damien got his own Discord. That's what's up, bro. You came in here with some knowledge, so I figured. Okay, that's what's up. Evan says AT underpoints. I was looking at that.
He was saying y'all got a Discord. I don't know if that's a question, but if that was a question, yes, we definitely do. You can hop in for free right now, running a 7-day free trial, and make sure you guys get in there.
Actually, you're right. He probably was saying that. Yeah, Damien, you should come through then, because I've been noticing different comments you've been leaving. Yeah, come on, let's make some money together. It'll be fun. And also, guys, we got a few more people in here. If you could hit the likes for us, please, that'd be wonderful. Try to get a few more in here on this interesting off-time Sunday, no WNBA stream we're trying to do for y'all. If you hit the like, it'll help us out a little bit. Thank you. I know we're not going to get 50 today, but let's just get, let's try to get 30 for our bets. How about that?
Just show us a little bit of love,
A little bit.
It goes a long way.
Evan says AT under points. Is it 7.5 still? Low as heck.
Which was that on PrizePicks or?
I see 7.5 PrizePicks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the same on Underdog.
Yeah, I mean, so I will tell you, it could be, and probably will be somewhat of a slight tiny sweat to start. But really, so we're talking real talk here. We just need to sweat two things here. One, the random benching that could occur, for like say Asia or Stewie. If they get up big, coach is definitely going to sit them down early. So that is something to keep in mind. This game is like a 19.5 point spread. Should be a massive blowout. Japan traditionally is a very small team. They shoot a lot of threes, so I mean they could hang around with that. But if it's anything like the teams that we had earlier on this year, I mean, super small team, Asia, AT, Stewie, like all the bigs should just eat them up down low. So I mean, you are kind of sweating that, and then Japan really doesn't foul a whole lot, so I will give them credit for that. But for AT, it's really just going to be the closing minutes. I think we're going to be sweating more than anything. If she closes all the way out and it's not somebody else doing the stand-in, that could be a little bit obnoxious down the stretch because, I mean, she could just fall in like random offensive putbacks. But I don't mind it. I don't mind it mostly because, so in the current kind of structure of how they're running the league, they want to score points. So I think for this game, we're going to see USA will probably play the starters a little bit more in their typical minutes, just so they can go ahead, rack up the points, get that total nice and high. And then after this, I mean, we have a cake schedule, so I mean, I'm not really afraid of anybody right now, to be honest. And
what's the deal with the points? And do you understand how the system works with the points? Like, they need to win by a certain amount for the tiebreaker. Is that what it was? They keep track of that,
so
right?
it's strictly just for tiebreakers. But I mean, USA is not going to lose to anybody, so it's going to be largely irrelevant for that. But they also do like to keep USA kind of, not to flex a little bit, but also for the showboat, because people want to see USA play. They want to see the starters out there, and yada yada. So there is that to keep in mind for the ratings and the overall, kind of appeal of it. But do just know that, USA not going to be losing to anybody. I think rest is definitely going to be just a random factor to consider at some point. But for this first game, it should be all systems go.
I'm excited. That's going to be fun.
I'm excited.
Yeah, and it's not at a crazy time, or is it? What time is? Now I remember you're on this other thing, so that 12 p.m. is not true. When is the game?
Yeah, this is 12 your time.
It is. Okay, that's right.
West Coast. Yeah.
Cool. So we'll be fresh, bright-eyed, and bushy-tailed, ready to win. Like that? Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed?
Oh, yeah.
Damien says, no, I was asking. Okay, cool, bro. So come on through, bro.
I got you.
Nice. Yeah, the link is in the description. Just hit the little linky there. You'll be right to us. Free 7 days. We'll just chill through this next 7 days and make some money. It'll be fun. And you come give us some questions and different things to look at too. I see you got a whole bunch of shit you were putting up, so that's dope. J Nug says, we know E loves some Fiebich.
Oh yeah, going under, dude. You talk about a player that has 2 different games with such a hot start and then just does absolutely nothing in the second half. It's honestly impressive.
So they play the United States in the last game, right?
Yeah.
And we had Satu. We had Satu, and we had her sister. Do we know about her sister's injury?
She's good to go if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything that says otherwise.
Okay. Damien says Fiebich over 2.5 assists. You like that?
That one is interesting, actually. So let me go find this. I was waiting to see if we could find what team does she play on? Sorry.
Fiebich, Germany, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. I was waiting to see if they would drop odds for this team, and they still have not. So
I'm gonna check
she
Fliff.
is
Let's
an
see if Fliff
interesting
has this
player.
stuff. Yeah, I mean she gets those minutes. It seems like she did in that U.S. game. That's what's kind of cool. We got to watch them play. We got a little taste of them. Pause. But yeah. I don't know, man. I kind of think Satu's gonna take over in this next game. But hey, that's a whole other story.
She's working on it. That's for sure. So the thing about Fiebich, and one thing, if you've also like really paid close attention to her while she's been on the New York team, she's one of those sneaky guards that you think she's gonna play make, and she does not. She does not. And I don't know why. For whatever reason, they use her kind of as like a mid-range. She's like a mid-range shooter, but she's a rebounder. It's the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like for her,
Yeah.
see this? Man, I don't know what it is. Like she's phenomenal at the rebounding. Like she knows how to box out. She's great at shutting down opposing guards in the box out position. But she's a 50-50 kind of from the field, from the 3-point line shooter. But I mean, she really doesn't facilitate at all.
That's true.
And it's kind of weird, but I will say this has got to be a total red flag for me as far as like anybody else's playmaking. This girl played 35, almost 36 of the 40 minutes, and she shot a lot, and she playmaked a lot. Who is this, Miss Peterson?
He said she's on Underdog, but not PrizePicks. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
Yeah. This is their primary playmaker right here. Miss Alexis Peterson. I forgot about her.
Miss Alexis, hello.
Yeah.
Fiebich.
Mostly the playmaker here. I mean, this is one thing, she does a lot. She doesn't typically shoot that much, so I'm kind of surprised to see her with that much volume. But I don't know about that one, dog. I don't know about that one.
That's a coin flipper. That's just not fun to play.
Pass.
It's gonna be one of those where either she gets there and it's so free, or you're gonna be like, she literally has 1 assist, and I'm so pissed at the end of the night.
I know. And then she has 15 points and 7 rebounds. That's why those PRA would be so nice, those kind of plays. They know, huh? It's just harder to pick the right prop sometimes. They're going to get us with that. But yeah, we do what we can. J-Nug says, Rui Machida. Haven't seen her in a minute. E, what you doing? What she be doing? Why you laughing?
Because Nug would just randomly bring up her.
Nug! Nug is the best.
Let's see. Good old Rui. So yeah, now that I remember, good old Rui. Plays a pretty hefty amount of minutes. Really primary playmaker, facilitator. I mean, that's I know the stint with Washington, super up and down, but she is like their point guard, so that's all she gonna do, play make. Do we get anything for her?
I don't think so. I think Nug just wanted to say her name.
Oh, we got Rui Hachimui.
Rui Hachimui! Oh yeah, she's on Underdog, 4.5 points. 4.5 points, full game. I love those ones.
And you would be sweating all 4.5 of that.
Yeah, because it's like she could have 0 all the way till the end of the game, and then Rui Machida 3!
Bruh, I would not touch a single over on Japan. And again, this is another team. So a couple kind of just random notes about Japan. They run a pretty deep guard rotation. Typically, their coaches are also known to have like a hockey line style changes where basically all 5 players will come off the floor at the same time. There's a brand new unit will come out at the same time. She's also an older, vetted guard. She's 31, so not, that old. But again, they have a lot of depth at that position. So these 2 preliminary games, that word is getting tougher to say every time. These 2 prelims, they were close games, so they kept them out there. But this one's a 19.5 point spread. This should be an absolute beatdown from US.
Hell yes, it's gonna be. Just give us those second halves. That's all I want. I'm fiending over here. 3 times says, how come I'm not seeing any bets in the Discord?
I don't know, man.
Must not be in the Discord.
Yeah, make sure to check out the link, or that you're signed up with that link down below, or in that Discord that it directs you to. It should be. We're posting plays pretty much every single day. We tag them in the Discord. So if you were a part of the free service, it is now a paid. But if you haven't signed up with that one, then definitely hop in there and check it out.
Yes, sir. Mike's here. Damn, Mike, it's been a minute, bro. He says Stewie over points. But wait, before he says that, he said it's something even cooler. What up, guys? LFG, smoke him if you got him. And hey, I already got through my first big badass joint, and guess what? I'm feeling so much better now. I don't know if you could tell, but man. And I was going to ask you, E, my personal question, should I light the next one?
Yeah. If you want to light this up, I'll talk about a couple plays I have in the queue here. One play that I definitely like. We're still waiting for some news on these games. Again, for Australia, I need to confirm starting lineup, and then there was somebody else too. One other team that I wanted to confirm. Belgium. We need to confirm the starting 5 for this team as well, but the books are being pretty skimpy on their individual player prop odds and stuff like that. So there is a little bit of guessing here. But yeah, you light that up. I'm going to talk about this player whose name I'm going to totally butcher. We're just going to call her Ant.
Hey, good. Just so you don't forget, Stewie's over points as well when you're done with that.
Yeah. Stewie, what was she at? Or what was the line?
15.5 points, I think.
15.5?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
I kind of like that too. She's been
showing out lately. She's been, kind of right around the even money line for the last couple games. Same thing with Asia. USA super notorious for just, getting in the paint with the bigs. So Asia and Stewie, they've been the 1A, 1B so far. I'll say, again, I think this first game, they're just going to be about the business. They'll run the offense pretty normal and keep the starters out there about as long as possible. Again, Japan, they just don't really have anybody to cover the bigs. It's, I think, going to be something for them to continue to see the struggles with. And as long as Stewie does not turn into the lazy, passive Stewie where she's just passing the rock a bunch, I think we should be good for that one.
Cool. I like that one too. Just about the only thing would be, like you were saying, the blowout would be the only minor concern with that, I guess.
Yeah, because she will definitely sit down. Between Stewie, Taurasi, and then a little of the ladder, Asia after that.
Okay, sounds good. So did you go over the 3 that you were looking at in the queue, or you forgot because you were smoking too?
No. Yeah, so let's talk about, would you say it was Antonia?
Probably.
Yeah, so...
You know what, though, bro? I really miss Caitlin.
I know.
Don't you?
I saw a little bit, yeah.
I saw a picture of her today with her boyfriend and on some boat or something.
It must have been Photoshop.
No, I don't think so. It was some other player with her and her boyfriend, I guess. Her boyfriend's a man.
Oh, what? All right, well, hey, she's beating the allegations then.
Imagine if Caitlin Clark was your girlfriend.
Yeah, imagine that.
That would be so sick, bro. I'd be like, Big Two, you ain't shit. Caitlin Clark's my girl. Fuck Sophie.
I'd be traveling to a whole bunch of games. I'm like, yo, hook it up with a VIP.
You'd be famous quick. Who's Caitlin Clark's boyfriend? Oh, you didn't know that was eCash from Just Cash? Anyways, I'd be going up. See, it's Mike's fault. He told me to like the second one.
Yeah, you're over there. You're supposed to be smoking, sir.
Sorry. Go ahead.
All right, so for Big Ant here, a couple things that I really liked about her. One, she plays the most minutes on the team. I mean, she averages like 29 to 30 minutes, just always out there. The prop for her on Underdog was bumped up to 8.5, so kind of take that, at your own risk. But she's still at 7.5 on PrizePicks here, which I think is phenomenal value. Again, I mean, playing like 30 minutes a game, leading the team. She averages about 8 to 10 field goal attempts per game. She had 8 in this one, 7 in that one. But, I mean, she's living right over this, 7.5 point line. So I just feel like that's a super, super low line for her, totally attainable. She had it, cleared it in both of the prelims already this season. And then you go back to last year, and I mean, way higher of a ceiling. Yeah, she did come up short against this game, but she put up 13 against USA. And then Nigeria, who was actually a pretty solid team, she put up 15 against them as well. So this should be a pretty favorable matchup for them, I would think, or at least keep it a close game. But somebody who's playing that many minutes, I mean, yeah, I got to have some interest in that.
Yeah, you've been catching that value, man. You've been catching those low lines, those little low, extra low ones, and finding a little bit of value like you did with the men's one. What was the one from this morning? Was it Alex or something?
Yeah.
Alexa. And then the other one you did, the under Howard. Wasn't that another one you did yesterday?
Oh yeah, Howard this morning. Yep.
This morning, yeah.
8.5 points.
Yeah, bro. You're on those 7.5, 8.5 ones.
Yep. And I mean, again, I think personally, just kind of a rule of thumb, if a player's not starting and we got props for them, we got to go under. Like, I don't even care who it is, what it is, just go under in the blind. I mean, the hit rating on that has just been so high.
Yeah, it's true. Especially when you know that they didn't realize that they were going to start, because sometimes they already knew they were the bench player, right? Don't you think? Or do they think whenever they have props that they're starting?
Well, some of them have they have based it off of what they've done in the prelims, or like the early on in the prelims, and then you see some of these teams who like switch up the lineup the game before the actual tournament starts because a player who was off doing something, whatever, they're available now. Oh, look at that, Bridget, all the way down to 13 already.
Yay, Bridgie.
A player, we'll say Aaliyah Edwards, for example, a player that's available to come back and play actual minutes, then that player starts, change up the lineup. Somebody's got to get the short end of the stick, and and just another random thing about it too. They're offering a lot of or a pretty nice variety of players in general, and some of these players, they're not really playing that many minutes. So, I mean, you are playing with fire with it being a lower prop, but if you're going to go out there and play 15 minutes a game, man, I got to have interest.
Yeah, there was a few in the last couple of days where you would look at the first half and they played 4 minutes and they still had them on the board. Like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the kind of shit, bro. So, I wanted to ask you real quick so I don't forget. Remember we only had 4 players for second half in that last game? Were those the same 4 players they had props for before the game started? Do you know? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, did they have those props for all 4 of those players already before the game started?
I'm not 100% sure about all 4 of them, but I think so, yeah.
Okay, so
3 out of the 4 for sure.
I wonder if they're just taking everything they're giving us here and we can already have a heads up about it, and it'll be the same players probably they have here.
Yeah, I'm hoping so, or at least give us a good chunk of it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I love I like Antonia quite a bit tomorrow. I think it's a really solid play. And then two different players, both from Nigeria. Again, I just want to confirm what the starting lineup is actually going to be, but the 2 different players is going to be Elizabeth here on PrizePicks, 11.5 points. Both both Elizabeth and Amy play the most and majority minutes of Nigeria, and they're also one of the caliber players who will go out there and play like really upscaled, somewhere between like 34 up to 30. Like Amy, she'll go out there and play 38 minutes, no problem. The game just has to be somewhat competitive, otherwise the coach kind of shuts the minutes down a little bit in the fourth quarter. But I like both of these players quite a bit. The only thing that's kind of holding me back a little bit on Amy, my gut's telling me Amy, but the matchup is telling me Elizabeth. And I say that because, again, Australia very stacked down low, between Alana, between Ezi. Amy does not really have a three-point shot. She has a mid-range shot, but not a three-point shot. So a lot of her effort is going to be on the inside. Elizabeth, total mixed bag. I mean, she shoots it from three. She gets to the lane. She gets to the free throw line. And again, just plays a lot of minutes. So, and I think they had discrepancies on Underdog for both of these players. Let me see. Amy, I know, they bumped her up. She was at 12.5 last night.
I was just looking at that while you were saying it. I think they're all the same.
Yeah. So, okay. And then another, I think for Amy, I did like her 4.5 rebounds. I think you could consider that as well. But yeah, either one of their points. I mean, they're the 1A, 1B of the team. They're going to shoot the ball the most amount of times, and they have the most secure minutes. So, and so this one for Linkskins, she doesn't play a solid amount of minutes. They kind of hover somewhere between like the low 20s, high 18s. She's a scorer and a rebounder, but I mean, this is actually kind of a touch high. She's usually at 9.5 points, 10.5 points at best. So we're actually getting this on attacks. Yeah, I kind of like that. I mean, somebody who's not going to play 20 minutes at best. They just don't leave her out there that much. I mean, she's one of the, kind of big players. She is a big, but also size-wise, she gets a little bit winded on the court. She's kind of, a Breanna Jones style player. But yeah, a little bit of attacks here. So interest in that. And I wanted to see the starting lineup because Sammy 10.5 points is actually really, really low. She was cooking, but the last game she took a bit of a step back. I think she only had like 6 or 8 points. No, come here.
Your dogs are loud, bro.
They're being rambunctious right now.
Okay, cool. I like your plays. So you want to make sure that you check the lineups before you play those? The last two?
Just to give me confidence on that. But I would say, so maybe we leave off of her, but in the blind right now, I do like these two plays. For sure, I like the first play, for sure.
Okay, cool. Mike says, hit the like button. We need at least 25. Let's fucking go. Yeah, can you guys hit the likes, please? He also says, who the fuck is doing videos on Olympic women's basketball? I don't know, honestly. You think there's anybody else doing
Sunday?
it?
On a Sunday?
On a Sunday? They're doing, I don't know what they're doing, but they're not doing this probably. But today's the day to do it. All the games are right now and are coming up here, and they got all the props right now. You can't do it tomorrow afternoon. Yeah. All the games will be over. Funny as it is. J-Nug says, we have badminton. What do you think about that?
Yeah, we do.
What do you think about that?
We got badminton. We got archery, shooting. There was volleyball this morning.
Man, people want to bet on anything. J-Nug says, I swear we've been cooking on all cylinders. Can we get a miscellaneous prop channel? I do surf also. I do surf also.
Oh, Lord.
Evan says, Okonkwo and Williams over rebounds. What do you think about that?
Yeah, Okonkwo, I didn't mind that one at all. Where's it at? I believe they're both 4.5. So again, Elizabeth, even though they have her listed as a forward, she's more of their. She plays like a 3. But she's more of their 2 guard. Amy, she's down at the 4 spot, but she roams the paint a little bit more. So I probably have to give the nod to Amy here. If if Australia comes out in that 3 guard set again, I think I got to go with Amy. But if they bring out I think I got to go Amy here. I think if I had to pick.
Okay. I was just thinking, how many games do they have here of the women's Olympic stuff? Like, can we do another stream after the first round type of thing, and then another one, and get better and better at this? Is that the plan?
Yeah, no. Again, we were just taking a little bit of time off with that the prelims going on and some teams, getting their stuff back. Those games really didn't matter that much. So now that the games actually do matter and they're in the actual tournament format from now moving forward. So today, for example, again with the early start times, this just kind of is a schedule that we're having to make on the fly for you guys. But now moving forward, it's gonna be a lot easier. So today we're streaming for tomorrow morning's games, which will be for the ladies. And then tomorrow, I think, honestly, you and I should be able to do a nice little afternoon stream for, especially now that we got props, we can do it for the guys' games on Tuesday. So that'll be kind of, I think, the plan moving forward, as best that we can navigate the situation. We're going to stream for the upcoming day or upcoming morning.
So the thumbnail has Asia on the left and LeBron on the right. Okay, gotcha.
Yep. There you go.
That's dope. Evan says, Damien, join, bro. They are legit best Discord I've been in. Evan.
Hey, appreciate that.
Evan the man. Appreciate you, bro. No, Mike said Stewie over points. He also said Stewie over rebounds. I missed that. Do you want to touch on Stewie's rebounds just a tiny bit? Any love for that, or is it just kind of crapshoot?
Yeah, it's definitely a crapshoot with the rebounds.
Okay.
The odds have ended up moving towards the under as we've gotten closer to locks. At least the last game they did for both Asia and for Stewie. So I don't know. I'd probably chill on the rebounding. So volatile in this league.
Okay. Damien says Batum over 8.5. So speaking of the men, he said Batum over points.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I haven't looked at any of their stuff yet. So, but I mean, based off of that first game, I mean, he was one of their lead shooters, and I know he's also one of those players who, when called upon, he can definitely step it up. So, it seems like a pretty favorable line, at least, in the sense that he's typically a 3-point shooter. So anytime I'm targeting 3-point shooters, if I can get that increment with the threes to kind of wheel me a win like that. So the 8.5 makes total sense right now. I think if he moves up to 9, asking for 10, maybe I might be off of that. But 8.5 for somebody who's going to shoot the ball about double digits, I could see it. Totally see it.
Old ass Batum.
Let's see. Do we get? We don't even have lines for that yet. So I haven't done my deep dive into that yet. I actually passed out last night to get caught up on today, but I'll be up late this evening for sure. So again, make sure you guys in that Discord, we're gonna have it all broken down for you.
Yeah, come on through, guys. It's free for a week too, so you just come chill for the Olympics and then bounce out if you hate us. It's all good. How about Sabrina under 4 assists? It's a scorcher on UD. KO'd says.
Yeah, I mean, it's right there on the line. At 4, needing her to get 5 to beat you is definitely kind of a tall ask. So one kind of cool thing with her is she plays a lot of minutes alongside Alyssa Thomas as well. And I think that is something that bodes really well for her. The only thing I would be concerned about is we did not see Brittany Griner suit up this last game. And if Brittany Griner is out there and a man among children, she's going to have such a high conversion rate. I mean, and I'm not even joking. You're going to see it's going to be laughable. If she suits up and plays this game, she's going to kill whoever is down low. And if that happens, that means she's coming off the bench. And if that happens, that means she's playing alongside Sabrina too. So there is a bit of a risk in that. They had her assist opened at pretty heavy favorite for the over, but I see it's coming back down a little bit. So based off of that, I would actually take it right now. They could probably even take that off of one of the hot ones. I wouldn't be surprised if they move her back to 3.5 either.
Yeah, 4 is pretty Pretty high right now, huh, for her?
It is. I mean, she's just not playing many minutes. This, again, USA is super stacked.
What did she play last? Do you know? Was it around 20? I like how you broke that down, though. That does make sense with Griner, and I guess it's just about her minutes for real. 4 is kind of high. She needs 5. She's not getting 5. She didn't even get 5 in her normal games.
Right. They don't have the stats for this last game for whatever reason, so that I'm not 100% sure about.
I'll look at it while you look at this next one. Mike says sides and totals. You did that already. You got that over your head there.
Yeah, and they actually bumped up USA while we were talking about it. I would still personally probably still take this at 20.5. The 19.5 felt really good, but we should absolutely kill Japan. And I would even, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I would even consider this other 20.5 versus Belgium. This should be another ass whooping.
Another ass whooping.
Now, as far as anyone else, I think this Canada-France game is kind of a trap. They're not giving Canada any kind of respect here whatsoever. Canada's actually a pretty solid team. I don't know why they're such massive underdogs. So this one's kind of weird. Australia should win. The game total in this one's kind of weird. Nigeria plays at a pretty fast pace, but Australia kind of slows it down a little bit. So not really sure about that, but yeah, any of these here for sure. And you can still take the first half for either one of these to get a little bit better odds, but you could also, play all 3 of these and get a plus 121.
Julio? Rob the Creator Live says just joined but can't see the channels. It must have something to do with the Patreon connecting. That usually is the problem. You can DM me if you're in the Discord. Just go to the admin. What is it called? What do we got in there?
Yeah, the admin contacts.
Yeah, just go to admin contact and just write in there, and we'll figure it out with you. That is pretty much what we got as far as comments. I think we got right through them.
Yeah. Hey, it's perfect timing. We were actually, I think this is a perfect little spot to kind of wrap up on.
Okay.
We're just about an hour and 15 minutes in, so I think we got through most of everything. Again, patience, discipline, guys. I promise. We saw this morning, yesterday, even a little bit on Friday. We're gonna win. It's gonna happen. I promise. So if we're going in a little bit of light or a little bit, kind of skimpy, it's just because I'm trying to get it real dialed in. We're trying to keep plays nice, high and tight. We're not guessing here. We're not gambling. We're trying to make educated guesses, good betting odds, good favorable plays. So we appreciate all you guys here. Underrated. Man, you got anything else before we hop out of here?
No, but I liked what you just said, man. It's true. Like, this is just the patience time, and then it goes in with this last comment or this next comment, because you said more streams, please. It's just that time right now. It's just, it's a little bit of break time for the Olympics. So we had, 10 days off or so with nothing crazy to stream about, but now we got a lot of content here to stream about. So we'll be back now a lot more.
Yeah, and also, just for our mental sake too, we've been grinding. There's been a lot of stuff going on since WNBA's kicked off. So, just make sure, get the head right, get back into a good mental space. That way, the second half of this WNBA season is going to be a really, really solid stretch for us. And we are going to be streaming a lot more. I promise you guys. We took a little bit of time off, but now that we have something that we can build a schedule around, it's going to make everything a lot easier for us. And then obviously, once WNBA picks up again, we're going to be kicking that off too. So,
right. Cool.
MLB, we'll see about that. I don't know if we have enough time to do that and WNBA right now, but we got a ton of content in the Discord, so make sure you guys are checking that out.
Yeah, we got MLB plays in the Discord, but the actual streaming, we want to be on top of our game with that, right? Like, can't be the master at all the sports at once. That's kind of where people get stuck, I think. So we just shoot in with the stuff we really, really, really know, find the value, and put the money down in the right spots. Mike says, sorry, got here, Kate. Thank you. He meant late, but he called you Kate.
No worries. No worries. Hey, appreciate you guys showing up. You know?
Yeah, for sure. All right, Eric and Mike, y'all the men, y'all the pimps. Think we get out of here, B?
Oh, yeah. Appreciate you guys. Make sure, again, like and sub on the way out so you don't miss liking. Oh, man. I had a little on the way out, and that Patreon down below for the 7-day free. All right, y'all. We will see you guys back here tomorrow. We will see about the actual time for the stream, but we are going to be streaming tomorrow. So we are back, baby. Make sure, just cash. We'll see you back here later.
Thank you.